Are you aware of the issues with logging up in Clearwater? What can you do as an MLA to help resolve the conflicts?
Yes, so I'm aware. I assume you're talking about the CAN4 cut and the conflict around caribou habitat yeah. So yes, I'm aware of it. My understanding is that the process that had been gone through, and I know there's a lot of controversy as to some of the information that was used and whether it was accurate or not. But my understanding is that it's not old growth that's being cut. It's dead wood that's being cut and harvested out that will be replanted. The park itself, obviously, it's illegal to have any logging happening inside of the park. I think everyone wants to make sure Wells Gray Park stays untouched in terms of especially commercial logging practices. In truth, there's very little at this stage that any MLA of any party would be able to interject and suddenly put a brake on the process that's unfolded to this point. I think the key moving forward is to make sure that the logging is done to the standard that it's supposed to be done to, the reforestation happens as quickly as possible, and that the caribou habitat that everyone has concerns around truly isn't impacted, and that needs to be watched as the logging is happening. It's like almost any resource extraction anywhere. You have to make sure that you're balancing the environmental view, making sure that the permitting and the requirements in place are being met and the impacts aren't happening, and you have to balance that off with the local jobs. It wasn't that long ago that CAN4 had to shut the Vavenby mill down. We now have about 175 people in the valley working at the Vavenby mill again, that it's restarted, and the reality is that mill lives or dies based on access to fiber supply that's close to the mill. The economics of bringing the fiber from a long distance to that mill just don't work, and so it's always trying to find that trade-off between keeping people regionally gainfully employed while making sure that the environment has as minimal damage as possible, as well as the wildlife is managed properly and doesn't have the impact that people have fears around.